This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Whether you're picking and grinning or just grinning, grab a drink, pull up a seat. It's time for Roots Music Rambler. Turn it up. Hey gang, welcome to a special episode of Roots Music Rambler. I am Jason Falls. The reason Frank is not here is because this is one of those special backstage episodes we told you about in a previous episode that we were going to start to do. When Frank and I have the opportunity to, when we run into an artist before a show, after a show, randomly out in public, wherever we have an opportunity to pull out the phone and do a quick interview with them, we want to be able to bring you more artist interviews. They're going to be shorter and they're going to be sort of out in the world, live in the moment. We're calling them backstage episodes, and this is the first of those. I was able to catch up with singer-songwriter Josh Mitcham at the Mercury Ballroom in Louisville, Kentucky in early February as he got ready to open up for Sundy Best. Now, Josh has a couple of singles out already from his new album, Gonna Be All Right, which is due out in June. He's rolling out about a single a month, as he tells us in the interview, leading up to that, which is sort of what they tell you should be doing in the music business these days. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the new songs, a little bit about his background, opening up for Sundy Best, and all sorts of other things. Now, you may recognize Josh's name as he was the former frontman, main singer-songwriter and frontman for the group Jericho. So if you remember that band from the Nashville scene and sort of regional touring back in the 20-teens, he was the lead singer of that. So he's probably going to be a familiar face and a familiar voice to those of you who are familiar with the Americana scene and country scene in this part of the world anyway. But I caught up with Josh before opening up for Sunday Best. Again, these are short interviews. There's no rhyme or reason to them. There's no schedule. It's just when we have the opportunity, we're going to pull out the phone. We're going to do a quick interview with that person. I'm going to slap a quick intro to say, hey, here's what's coming up on this special backstage episode. And then I'll record a quick outro at the end. We'll make sure there's show links and all that out there. We're probably not even going to promote these episodes the way we do on social with our other ones. So this is almost consider it exclusive content for those who subscribe to Roots Music Rambler, whether you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Roots Music Rambler there, or if you subscribe wherever you get your audio podcasts. We also offer video on Spotify if you're interested in that. And I just read today that Apple podcasts are now adding video as well. So we'll make sure the video feed is there for you wherever you subscribe to the show. Nonetheless, let's quickly get to this. It's my backstage catch-up with Josh Mitcham, early February at the Mercury Ballroom. All right, we're here for the first backstage episode of Roots Music Rambler that we're doing these shorter interviews when we get an opportunity to hang out with an artist, either at a show, before the show, after the show, whatever. And we are in the guttural bowels of Mercury Ballroom in Louisville, Kentucky. And look there, it's Josh Mitcham. How about that?
What do you say, guys?
So, Josh, you're opening up for Sunday Best tonight here at Mercury Ballroom. And you've been hitting the road. You've got a new single out. You got another one coming. 2026 is pretty active for you.
Well, so it's kind of one of those things. Somebody said, "Are you trying to are you wanting to play more shows? I was like, no. What I'm trying to do is level up.
Yeah.
So it's like I want to play the same amount of shows, but I want to be a great show like tonight. And this is neat too because obviously I've known Nick and Chris for a long time, and my old band Jericho we opened up for them at 4th Street Live a couple times, back in the day. So this is nice, and this is actually kind of like a close to home gig for me. So
yeah, that's true.
I'm only about 50 minutes away.
Yeah, you're not far. That's good stuff. So, well, and I would, the last time I saw Sundy Best play here probably 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago this month. And Leon Meitzen opened up for him that night. And that was the first time I'd ever seen Leon. He's been on the show and whatnot. Great great singer-songwriter. And the place was almost packed. I think we're expecting a full house tonight too.
I don't think nobody has said sold out, but
Right.
it's going to be close.
Yeah.
It reminds me, not because they're the same, but it's like Widespread Panic.
Yeah.
It's like they've got their people.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how long they're away or whatever. Of course, they kind of do the same run.
Yeah.
Annually. So
sure.
There's a lot of people that are here that I've talked to that are like, I've been coming to the February show for a long time.
Sure.
So.
Well, it is Sunday best. And, I grew up in Eastern Kentucky, so I think I have the right to say this. I saw a group of people coming in, and I could just go up Floyd County. They're from Floyd County. I know they're from Floyd County.
And I just saw D. Boone Pittman in line outside.
Yeah.
And then like a couple people from back home where I live. And it's been neat because there's a ton of people that are friends of mine that didn't know I was playing that were already coming to the show anyway.
Nice.
And we're like, I didn't know you were on there
Holy
until
crap,
I saw
yeah.
your post yesterday, and I'm already going to be there. So it's going to be good.
All right. So tell me a little bit about the new album, Alabama Sound Company. And the first single has been out now for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's doing good. And kind of like, I don't understand the music algorithm, and none of us have figured out how to work it.
Yeah.
If you've been watching me on social media, I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to do some videos with music in the background, see what happens, which I've actually done really well. But it's so kind of our plan, our album rollout is, because of engagement and because people have no, they're all ADD. We're doing a single a month for 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
And then drop the entire album in June.
Okay.
So another single coming out at the end of this month. And then we'll do that through May, I guess.
Yeah.
So
now you were telling me, we did a little chat for Appalachian Echoes, and you were telling me there, I wanted to dive a little deeper into this, that this was really the first time in a while, probably for you at least, and probably the first time solo, that you've kind of relinquished a little bit of the reins over to somebody else and worked with a producer.
Yeah. So everything I've done solo has just been, even when I rented, like I did a record at La La Land here, but still, and just engineered. She's like, tell me what you want.
Yeah.
So this has been very much a departure for me. And yes, relinquishing my OCD, like power control. And it's been great because even my daughter, when I let her listen to some stuff, because my daughter's here tonight selling merch for me. She gets it.
Yeah.
Like, she wants to go to festivals with me. She wants to go to shows. And she's like, it's definitely different. Like, it's got a vibe.
Yeah.
And I think that's important because a song can go a million directions when you write it. And it's kind of like, I always used to say, it's like the turn the distributor head. I can make it a little rich this direct. I could, and some of these songs, I've got a lot of pop sensibility too, and I can't help it. And I don't want them to go that direction. So it was nice to have somebody say, "This is what I hear when I hear this song. Just trust me and let me do it." And I'm excited about getting band together around it.
Yep.
And making it, and getting the full band sound. Plus, we've done it really sparse, so that the live versions of these songs should be even bigger and a lot more instrumentation than even the record has.
Nice.
So that'll be fun too.
That's good stuff. Now, you've got the album's going to be called "Gonna Be All Right." Is that right? That's right. I think I got that right.
It's the last song I'm playing tonight.
Last song you're playing tonight. Okay. And what kind of tour support? What are you doing? Tell me about what you're doing on the road for the next few months.
All right, so I'm not traditional. I'm kind of like the Beatles right now. I do records and I don't play a lot of shows. But we are in that weird place, right?
Yeah.
Where touring just for the sake of touring is not necessarily a good move,
right,
unless it's moving the needle.
Right.
So I did a lot of England stuff last year. I've got some cool festival stuff this year that's going to happen. And then I'm probably going to do a Texas run in April, working on that. Summertime, it'll just be festival stuff. Maybe back to England in October, November next year. And still hoping that I get to go on some runs with some friends that are doing well, and and for me, that's probably going to be the extent of it.
Sure.
And just continue to be present on social media and do live streams and do all that kind of stuff.
Sure. Well, and you've also got some other responsibilities. Not only you have a day job, but you're a Kentucky Music Hall of Fame ambassador this year.
True, and hopefully I'll get to do some neat things with that.
Yeah.
And try to bring some of that. I am the Western Kentucky ambassador, so trying to work with some of my Western Kentucky venues like Bluegrass Hall of Fame and some of that kind of stuff, do some neat things. And I've got the Randall Barn. I've got 2 rambles already kind of on the books for this year, and I don't know, like it. I also have a daughter who's senior in high school she's got 5 more games of basketball before the season's over. So
can't miss that.
So I'm really just, I don't know. My time is worth a lot to me.
Right. So
unless it's doing 1 or 2 or 3 things, it's either we're leveling up somehow, we're moving the needle. It's a great opportunity to play with someone I respect and love, or it's paying a light bill.
Yeah.
Then I'm not going to tour just a tour. So
sure,
that doesn't work for everybody, and it may not work for me either. But it is what it is.
Tell people where they can find you on their interwebs.
I'm on JoshMitcham.com, Josh Mitcham on Instagram. I'm on the Tickety Talk and the Face page, and all of those things. So, I'm very millennial in that I post pretty much daily. So
yep. That's good stuff.
Trying to keep that algorithm fed.
Got to feed the algorithms, unfortunately, but that's why we're doing this shit. So
yep. There you go.
Josh Mitcham, the new singles are out on the Spotifys and everything. The new album's called Gonna Be All Right. It'll be out in June. Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on him, and ramble on.
See y'all.
Always good to catch up with Josh. That was again from the Mercury Ballroom down in the green room underneath in the body cavity there of the of the Mercury Ballroom down on 4th Street in Louisville, Kentucky. He was opening up for Sundy Best that night. It was a great show. Awfully fun to be there and see Josh perform again, as well as Nick and Chris Sundy Best perform again as well. We'll make sure we have links to Josh Mitcham's website and all of his social channels and Spotify's in the show notes for this episode at rootsmusicrambler.com. Make sure, folks, that you are subscribing to the podcast because, again, these backstage episodes, these little quick interviews, which hopefully will become more frequent, are not going to be podcasts that we remind people of on social. It's kind of almost exclusive to people who literally subscribe to the feed. You're going to get those. We're not necessarily going to point to them very frequently as we do our longer episodes. So this is kind of bonus content for you here on Roots Music Rambler. On behalf of Frank, I'm Jason Falls. Thank you for joining us for this special backstage episode. Again, more of these to come as we run into and have the opportunity to record these interviews with the artists that we follow in the space. Roots Music Rambler is a production of Falls and Partners, copyright 2026. Our theme music is Sheepskin and Beeswax by Gentacorum. Be sure to join us online at rootsmusicrambler.com or on our YouTube channel at Roots Music Rambler. And be sure to mash that subscribe or follow button so you remember to join us for the next Hoe-Down and Throwdown. On behalf of Frank, I'm Falls, and whatever you do, kids, ramble on.